Back here at the second, Ryan Palmer's second shot on the way. That was from 147, and not happy with that one. Middle of the green would have been fine. That's going to leave a tough putt.
And at 3, Tony Finau coming from up on top of the hill. Ball high up in the wind.
Gets better than yesterday. He blocked it right yesterday, didn't he? Actually made a very good fall from up there.
At 15, Tiger's second.
Launching pad uphill straight into the wind. This will be a barometer for the golf swing.
I was right at it. The flag, of course, right on the front. So that's actually fine. If you're going to miss it, it's a good place to miss it.
All right, back here at 2, Jon Rahm having a good week. Tee to green, leads the field in strokes gained tee to green coming into this round. Just 94 yards. Let's see how aggressive he is here. Dead downwind, no green to work with over that bunker.
Oh, wow, he threw it. Aimed at the TV tower and bolted it. That's what, 45 feet?
I think he's okay with it.
Oh, he's fine,
you know?
but
I mean,
yeah, but I'm sure he'd like it 20 feet max.
And now Danny Willett off of 3T. As Kurt said, I love these shots from down below. You can see how high up they are playing downhill. Next year, Jack Nicklaus is going to change this hole, Nick, and move the tee down low by the creek by 2 green.
Back to Wolf at 8, up and over that ridge in the green. This is a really difficult putt to get close to the hole. He might have made it. Oh, Bob, this putt. Forget close. What a putt.
What a bonus that is.
And that gets him into red figures, which by the end of the day could be pretty good. Rounding into form at the right time to defend his title at 3M.
And the crowd goes wild. Homeowners in front of their homes watching from the side. So 12 under, the number, Jon Rahm. See if he can stay somewhere right around there, close it out on this tough Sunday in Dublin, Ohio. As we scroll through, and you saw McIlroy right there coming off that tough hole about 20 minutes ago or so. Bubba Watson 2 over. Justin Thomas, Steve Stricker as well. How about Stricker, the past champ, Ryder Cup captain, playing through to the weekend and hanging in there. Matt Kuchar, the winner back in 2013 at 4 over, along with Sergio.
The backside of the trees are the ones moving, and the front's dead, so that just means it's all pushing down. You know what I mean? Even when it's been hurting on this hole, it doesn't hurt as much. It's definitely just like a mid-40s shot. Mid to high 40s is enough.
Great advice for Tony Finau. A mid-40s shot. Give him a number to go for. Trying to put a little bit of cut on it. It's one of the best shots we've seen at 3 today, except for Rory McIlroy hitting it stiff. Back to 2.
Ryan Palmer, a long way to go here. He'd be really happy to get it down in 2. Although I said that about Matt Wolff too, and he went ahead and made it. So Palmer making it look pretty easy as well.
Now Danny Willett got a much better angle, aiming this down the left. Up the middle of the green. Trying to cut it. He might have caught it a little heavy. Into 15.
Almost caught part of it. And that for birdie as we drop back to the second.
After the conservative sand wedge to the second green. Rahm trying to get this in there close. Yeah, another good stroke. Well, good stroke at 1, almost made it. Good stroke here at 2. He looks pretty good.
Second at 7, the par 5 from McIlroy.
If you just joined us, had a bit of a disaster at the 5th. Pulled a 5-wood into the creek, a bit like that. Went left, and he took an 8. Lobbed it back into the creek, so got a little bit of the pull going on with the lofted metals.
Ryan Palmer for par. Made a good par from the fairway bunker at 1. Good 2-putt at 2, so good start for him.
Woods barely getting it going. Never the right line. It's been hard work for him today, Nick.
Yeah. And this is, you know, he hasn't played a lot, hasn't walked a lot. Obviously hasn't played for 5 months and done a lot of cart golf. And this will be a tough day. I'm going to be very curious where he's going to tee it up next. I would have thought he'd want to have another week before the PGA in San Francisco.
To the 8th, Gary Woodland here on the par 3. A couple of pars and a bogey the first 3 days.
Well, you've seen how difficult it is to land it in the front section and keep it there.
Get our Top Tracer technology powered by Top Golf, and that is wayward.
Yes. And he hit the tree square on, middle stump. It's gone backwards.
Drop back to 3.
Danny Willett putting up the hill. Greens are so fast downhill. Sometimes these downhillers, hard to get them there. And these uphillers. And he has done just that.
Oh.
Get a little careful downhill, Nick. Sometimes you're a little too careful uphill.
You can't believe the transition because it's super quick. If you anything uphill over a ridge, you've got to make a bold and of course risk if you really crack one and it goes 6 feet past easily.
Here's the lie for Spieth at 7.
Yeah, we've had many missing it down here, so you can get the right. No, that's rock hard bounce. Bubba did a good job, managed to clamber it up the hill for a kick-in birdie.
And on the tee at 3, Jon Rahm. Just keep hitting fairways at this point. Just a 4-iron.
Yep.
That is right down the middle. Look at that ball run. Amazing from last week at the workday how much firmer these fairways have gotten. And now up at the green, Tony Finau for birdie.
We haven't seen one hut. Obviously Matt Wolff hold a crazy putt, but anything that you kind of meant to hole, well, better than a half a chance. We've hardly seen more than 1 or 2 today.
Back at the tee, Ryan Palmer again with a long iron.
Yep.
Such a smooth, pretty swing, which is nice in the wind. Good rhythm. Reminds me of Tom Watson in the wind. His rhythm never changed, no matter how hard the wind blew. And now Willett for par. That was earlier, and now Tony Finau just a tap in.
So they head to the. Where do we end up? Out to the tee at 16 and Woods.
Playing 173 today. Back left hole location. Tiger just barely carrying it over the water, and that's an excellent shot today.
Yeah,
anything back in that section, Nick.
That's a great shot from Tiger. And here's traditionally the 3 toughest holes. And today, right now, how about this? 16, 2 birdies, 17, 2 birdies, 18, 3 birdies. So, boy, this tournament will not be over until you've got through this stretch to, even if you had a couple of shots lead.
Take you back to the 4th. Tony Finau here at the par 3.
Yeah, we all know what they're trying to do. Oh, it's not that. Cannot go. And it went to the far side of the bunker, so equally makes it even more difficult.
Just behind him at 3, Jon Rahm.
Well, 3 similar shots to open with Davis for him for these second shots.
Some wedges, and if that comes off, could be really good. Trying to get down there.
Just a little bit more.
And just earlier, Ryan Palmer needs to put some pressure on Rahm.
Right.
He's pulled a couple of wedges though today. 2 in a row.
Just not quite getting through it. On the
edges.
now to 4.
Willett ready. It's parted every day. Hates it.
It's very short. Yeah, there was no turn in that swing. And they're going to be side by side. They can have a little sandy competition.
And now at 8, Jordan Spieth on the left side of the tee box. A little high draw. And this is looking good if it's the right distance. Oh yeah, anything behind the hole is a pretty good shot.
Here at 12, Justin Thomas for birdie. Got it. Man who's #1 in the FedEx Cup list. So 1 over par. Nick, who are they waving to?
Yeah, it's all part of the routine, isn't it? You go into automatic, you hold, you wave. I think an awful lot of it's got a little bit of sarcasm to it.
Back at 16, Tiger with a really fast one for birdie.
Oh, another hole he likes.
He either chips in or holds a putt at 14 or 16.
Finally gets a birdie.
All right, we'll see who can get it closest.
He's got his hands below his knees. Wow, got some real smack on it, and that's 15 feet past.
Hey, Nick, I was watching you play in the Open earlier today on Golf Channel.
Yeah, Yes, didn't I do well? 30 years old.
It was a good run. The ultimate over Jack Nicklaus one. It was very cool, St. Andrews. But just reminded me that bunker shot, the hands that Seve had. I know it's cliche to say it, but they're unbelievable.
What he has that style, and you know, a lot of it was developed at Lytham where he won, because those bunkers at Lytham have about a 3-foot back behind you, so you have to learn to cup your wrists and pick it up steep, and then release the right hand, and then literally cup it the other way. So that's where I think he developed that kind of bunker shot, and I used to use that whenever I got in a situation like that. I used to say, okay, give it a Seve, and I used to call it the cups swing. So that's how I did it in that situation.
See what Danny Willett can do here at 4 from the bunker.
Yeah, look at that. They both played it really well, and that's 10 feet. Ah, that's no fun, is it? Every time you miss a green, you know, Mike, anything can happen, as we've seen.
Back at 3, Jon Rahm stalking this birdie putt down the hill. He's had some fast putts already. This one's downhill. We saw Ryan Palmer trying to just ease it off the hill that he was on, and now John's coming almost straight downhill, going a little to his right. Nick, he's a powerful player, a great ball striker, but when he gets cocky with the putter, he really makes a bunch of them.
Oh, yeah, I like his putting stroke. You know, it's that left wrist. He rotates it hard left, so that locks that in position, and then, you know, just watch the shoulders work. He's a bit of an old school. You see, he lined it up old school. He doesn't have a line on the top of that putter. He doesn't use a line on the ball. Just goes for the face. Lines up the face to whatever he read it.
Well, he'd love to do that all day. Just roll him down there and tap him in for pars, and that's all he needs.
Hit the fairways, hit
1,
the
2, 3,
greens,
4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1,
and see if anybody else can catch him. Highly unlikely. I don't think anybody's going to do any catching today.
For par. So Tony will drop. Looks like one shot here at the 4th.
Ryan Palmer back at 3 for par. Putted poorly at the workday, went home, got the old putter that he used for 15 years out of the closet, and it's been working well this week. And he's going to need to make some birdie putts, not par putts. And at 5, Jason Day.
Well, he's already taken a quick double. Jason is already 2 over for 4 holes.
He's hit it way around the corner. Asking it to get up there.
Okay.
It's a smart play. Just keep it right of the water and underneath the hole, and if it bounces up, he can almost putt it from there like we saw Phil Mickelson. The fairways are almost as good as the greens.
Willett for par at 4. And Nick, of course, the renovation starts as soon as the day is done. Greens,
yeah,
be redone, all the different things Jack has talked about doing here over the next year.
He's got a lot of things planned. He's really going to rip up quite a few holes. 15 is going to probably want to get the biggest changes. Take out the green monster, the green wall down in the middle of the fairway. Bring the creek in. Davis was just saying, I think the 3rd's going to be lengthened. The tee might go down closer to the back of the 2nd green instead of climbing up the hill. So, and a lot of green changes as well. So I think I probably won't recognize it next year.
Yeah.
trees on all the dog legs to stop these guys cutting the corners, maybe. So that narrowing in the fairways. Yeah, there's going to be a lot going on. Enjoy it while it's easy, guys.
Although overall, Jack has talked about making it playable, more playable for the members on a daily basis. But for the tournament, he's going to put things in so it stops the DeChambos and such from doing certain things.
Yeah, but anytime you can get a golf course firm, that is it. That's all you need to do. That's the last bastion of defense. Firm greens and a bit of breeze.
All right, here's John now.
Pretty good number today. Come on. Be the right number.
There we go. Is it in the right direction? And it is a very good number.
That feels so good.
So that's his mindset. Keep it as simple as that. Stay patient.
I had a good vision.
Stay composed.
Just listening in, you hear him say, that felt so good. I had such good vision on that. Ryan.
Yeah, I'll go and compress it.
Right on that right edge of that back bunker. That's the perfect line. It's just got to see it and feel it.
Got wind gusted on you?
Is he going to knock it? Wow, sure did.
Well, for all the figuring, can't figure on the gust of wind, which apparently just took place. So some work to do for Ryan Palmer. Rahm in a great spot there at the fourth and up by 4.
On the par 5 going with an iron off the tee, Nick.
Well, it's so rock hard, Jim. That's the right play. Hit iron off 1, actually iron down 2, iron down 3, iron on the fourth par 3, and another iron. Yes, so that seems to be the tactic so far.
Over at 17.
Well, he's just come off birdie at 16. Tough day of golf upcoming, that's for sure. Oh, nicely done. Could have done with a few of those earlier. I saw him have a couple of 3 putts in the earlier show. One there at 7, another at 9. Maybe a birdie at the last to get to 4 over. 5-time winner here at the Memorial. And I'm sure he can't remember any days more difficult than this. And here we go back to the 5th with Ryan Palmer. Also an iron, Nick, just good play.
Yeah, I think so, because the ball, apart from when you catch the rough, but
smart.
Yeah, the fairways are like concrete, and you get a big bounce. You've got to keep it in play.
At 6.
Another player out of play, Jason Day. Avoids the water. That's the #1 goal there. In trouble at 6, but that is a mammoth putt up and over a ridge. Upcoming for Day. Back to 5.
Oh. I assume he's in there in 2. Ian.
Pretty good breeze there, blowing straight down with their second shots. So you land it on the green, it goes over the back. If you try and get too cute, it lands short and rolls back down into the hazard. Perhaps is what happened to Tony Finau. Tony playing alongside Danny Willett, Masters champ from 4 years ago.
Got a feeling that grass is so shiny on the bank that Tony Finau's having problems even placing it. The way Danny Willett was watching him.
Fourth shot.
Bad lie, that.
Well, that was a pretty poor lie.
Rahm and Palmer on this difficult day for scoring, except for Pat. But how about this as an example? The 6th shot coming up for Tony Finau at the 5th. That is some way to make bogey. Jim Nance, Sir Nick Faldo, and the whole team ready to present this final round. Ian Baker Finch and Frank Nobilo with Nick down in the Golf Channel studios in Orlando, doing this remotely. Dottie Pepper, Mark Immelman out on the course, and Amanda Balionis on hand for the post-round interviews and insights. Our scoring average today at 76. Toughest day of the week. Nick, it is just brutal out there.
You're playing at a main road, rock hard fairways, rock hard greens. Your angle to get into the hole locations is so difficult. You saw Tony chip in there for 6. Rory made a quick 8 down the 5th hole this morning.
Yeah, you're going to see some strange happenings today. Ryan Palmer at the 5th.
Trying to decide now whether to go up over those trees or hook it through the gap. It all depends on the lie, Dottie.
Ian, this has been ongoing for...
Up where? Like going straight up through here. Keep on the right part of the fairway.
I'd love to if I can get over there, yeah. Want the wedge?
Mm-hmm. As long as you're like, see that last tree? Yeah. As long as you're like on that, and the wind's going this way. Okay. If you just launch it up that way, it should be fine.
Caddy James Edmondson with Ryan. This has been really an ongoing debate for pushing 10 minutes. Even had 5 wood in his hand at one point. Now it looks like he's going to lay up down the right side. This is very
Anything
high
to keep
up
it
that
out
right
of the water.
side.
Oh, don't leave in the rough though.
Way up high right. That'll be a steep bank as well, just left of the cart path.
God, downwind into that whole location, Ian. That is brutal.
You just have to bounce it on, try and get it on the front. Make sure you miss the water. Now, Rahm.
Well, you mentioned the front. There's just 229 to the front for John 5-iron.
Just started at that right bunker and try and bounce it on.
Just about any missed right is okay. That starts directly at the flagstick.
Well, the Top Tracer technology powered by Top Golf shows us he went straight at it, and it seems like it's lying okay, too.
That looked good. I think that could be an easy chip down there.
Over to 18.
Tiger has birdied the last 2 holes, but he's at 5 over. Round got away from him late on the first 9. This is how he started, though. Promising.
Well, that's pretty good because we only have one player, Patrick Reed, get inside 20 feet at the first green.
So opening birdie. This is what happened at 16 a short while ago. And then it's 17 from 21 feet. Well,
Jim Nance, did you say it was going north of you?
We were hoping
We were hoping
it would be.
Yeah, you're right. You did say you're hoping. Can you hope harder next time?
I must try harder.
Oh, please. What happened? Where did that spring up from?
And shot.
That's very cool. Look at that.
Just before the horn, over at 6, Jason Day had this for par. He's 4 under. Double though at the 4th. We're back at Muirfield Village with